Now we move on to the strategy component. Now the strategy component is where we write all our rules for our strategy. And you may also call it that we are writing it all into what we call the crib sheet, as you can see on the slide over here. Now there are 3 specific categories that we need to write into the crib sheet. I'll come on to the additional one later on. First one we start off with is the entry rules. Now as you can see on the slide, the entry rules can be split into pre-entry rules and intra-entry rules. Now let me explain. The pre-entry rules, traders, is basically before you enter the trade. Okay. Now the intra-entry rules is, for example, let's say for example's sake, you've missed the trade now. You just left your desk just for 5 minutes and then the trade has already gone past your entry rules. Or for example, if you're an end of day trader, let's say you have just skipped that because that day you were tired, you didn't look at the markets and it's gone past your entry. So this is what's called intra-entry rules. Okay. So once the trade is already in activation, then how do you then enter it? So that must be written as well. Now, the stop loss rules now. The next part is the stop loss rules, which would be basically your initial stop loss rules. You need to subcategorize it into initial stop loss rules and your trailing stop loss rules, as you can see in the slide over here as well. Now, in terms of the initial stop loss rules, what do we mean? So before you enter into the trade, where will your stop loss be placed? That's your initial. And once you are in your trade, then how are you going to trail your stop loss to minimize your risk and lock in small profits? Okay, so that is good. Now the next part then is your target rules. Your target rules is then split into pre-trade and intra-trade. Okay, now what do we mean by this? So pre-target, simple, you would have got the hang of it by now, is before you enter into the trade, what is your target going to be? Where are you going to get out, right? That's important because that's where you earn the cash, right? Now, the second part is, once you're in the trade, does this pre-target that you have set change? As certain things happen in the market, that you're now changing the rules for your target, for your exit point, or sometimes in some strategies that we have developed here at Master the Markets, is that we don't even place a target even before. Sometimes we get into the trade and according to how the trade behaves, then we set our target in. Okay, so you must have all these rules in as well for each of these categories. So for your entry rules, as such, stop loss and target. Now once this has all been done, then you have to write your money management rules. So important because this is what will keep you in the game for the long run. That's what we also explained in our previous modules on risk management as well. Now, all of this, I must do mention that all of the rules that you write must be, very importantly, must be quantified. Okay, very, very important, so that you can reproduce them and so that you can scale up your results. Now, finally, you might say that, okay, what is this here for? All of this, right? All of this that you're writing it down, or from the tools that you've got from before as well, where you're writing all these rules from, they must at least have 4 degrees of freedom. Now, what does this 4 degrees of freedom mean? It's basically 4 criteria for entry, especially. Okay, so you can choose your entry rules from 6 tools. We've discussed this in our previous modules, in especially the 7 steps to publishing a trading system. So in there, we talk about the 6 tools where you can then gather from your entry rules from, and from there, you can write down 4 rules inside there for your entry criteria. Ideally, okay? Minimal is 3. So remember all this in place when you develop your rules for your strategy component. We trust you enjoyed our Traders Education Center tech video. To unlock the full tech modules for free, click on the link below and hit the subscribe button. Then go ahead to register with your contact details and create your unique username and password to enjoy the fully unlocked tech modules.